If there is any Christian leader in Nigeria that I have come across, that I will say that what I know of him, when he dies, I will have no doubt that he will be in the kingdom of God. It will be Sunday bound.
Hello everyone, Ogu Manuel is my name. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome, and a special thanks to all my returning subscribers and my esteemed viewers as well. Let's jump in straight into today's video. You know, wonders they say shall never end. I was just complaining of what I was told about this underground politics that was going on in Niger Republic yesterday, until I came across this very news that surprised the hell out of me. What was that news? That news, what thing it be? Oh, it was no other thing than the statements attributed to the Nigeria's former head of state and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a retired general. Yes, he's a retired general in the Nigerian army, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, who was the special guest of honor at the funeral service of the late prelate emeritus of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, Dr. Sunday Mbang, in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, on the 11th of August 2023. You know, while he was addressing the crowd that gathered at the funeral, this former Nigerian president made this statement that is still driving chills down my spine. He said that among all these Christian leaders in Nigeria today, that he is sure that it is only this former prelate emeritus of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, Dr. Sunday Mbang, that will make heaven. This former president said now only this Dr. Sunday Mbang is the only one that is sure that will make heaven. So, at the same time, I can't begin to wonder. So I began to ask myself so many questions at the end, you know, so there was this crisis of understanding going on in my mind. But I finally made a decision that this, maybe to some people it might look as if I am gossiping, you know. I decided that my esteemed viewers will also hear this from the horse's mouth. I didn't say the former president is a horse, so don't misunderstand me. It's not what I said.
If I concur, and then I will go and sit down. Some of you know him better than I do. If there is any Christian leader in Nigeria that I have come across, that I will say that what I know of him, when he dies, I will have no doubt that he will be in the kingdom of God. It will be Sunday bound.
So after listening to this highly revered, respected statesman, military general and former president. So I began to suspect the head of my own church too. Since General Obasanjo has said that it's only this Dr. Sunday Mbang that he is sure that will go to heaven. So I began to wonder, does it mean this my own leader? Does it mean that he himself will not even make heaven? So that means he is leading me personally to hellfire. I don't know about others. So I began to picture in my mind this particular general overseer in Nigeria who was at least as at 4 years ago, from their church website, has more than 33,000 branches. A Nigerian church with more than 33,000 branches of their church scattered everywhere. You know, with a former vice president of Nigeria as a pastor in the same church. So, checking from what this former president said, I began to wonder what the fate of all these well-known and powerful general overseers, you know, all this our God of men, men of God. Don't misquote me. You know, these men of God with thousands and millions of followers, with the world's biggest church auditoriums. So please help me here. Did Chief Obasanjo saw this video before he said that he's not sure of any other Nigerian Christian leader that can go to heaven, except the former Nigerian Methodist prelate emeritus Dr. Sunday Mbang? I don't know. It's like he saw this video.
Any pastor, when he buy jet, if you see heaven, I pull my shoe. If you see heaven. Any pastor, when he get estate and he invest it, if you see heaven. If he door heaven open, now we say door heaven, we open for Sodom and Gomorrah. Any prophet, when he get 1 billion, 500 million for your account, if you see heaven. Now only you, now the gospel first rich. Any pastor, when you ordain wife, if you see heaven. Now only you be first pastor when they marry. The apostle not marry. Show me their wife name for Bible. Show me their wife name for Bible. All of them marry.
Does it mean that all these great God of men, great men of God, are you sure? Are they not the one pushing me to ask? Is Saul also among the prophets? I don't know. It's a question that just cropped up in my mind now. So finally, what did you see in this former Nigerian president declaration at the Methodist prelate's funeral? I have a question, but I need the answers in my channel's comment section. My question is, since there is no heavenly hope for other Nigerian Christian leaders except this only prelate, does it mean that there is no allocation or space for Nigerians in heaven? So there's no place. I thought maybe there's supposed to be a particular place, you know, that will be made for Nigerian, the Nigerians that are qualified. So, but I didn't know that maybe it's only one person, according to Obasanjo. Okay, and if this Dr. Sunday Mbang is the only one qualified, that means we Nigerians are already living in the hellfire. Is that what it means? You suppose no. You. Are we living in hellfire or not? At least I'm sure we've already gotten at least a particular candidate that will represent us there in the heaven. Wow. So, but at the same time, I began to question the audacity, the authority this former head of state has, or he had, to know or to choose for us who is qualified to go to heaven or not. I don't know. I don't know who gave him that knowledge to know. So I discovered something that I'm not so much happy about. So when he declared amongst all the Christian leaders in Nigeria, like this, yes, this, and many others. Does Chief Obasanjo, who is a PhD holder in theology, who built a magnificent church, he built a very big church for God in Abeokuta, who, according to him, that is a promise he made to God that is going to build him a home. He's also a stakeholder in this white garment church, but he did not count himself or my very humble self. He did not count us as maybe a kind of candidate that might be considered in heaven. He did not count himself. He did not count me amongst. So imagine me, who is a minister in this particular ministry, idle civilian ministry. That means he may not be too far from being right. Anyway, let's move to the next news. Politicians will always be politicians, especially Nigerian politicians. They will always be politicians. I have a question here. Why is our Nigerian politicians they're always the same and never changes? It's a question. You must have to answer this question. You watching me, you must have to answer this question for me. Is it in our political tradition or DNA to always, that is for our Nigerian politicians to always say something today and do another tomorrow? Why can't we hold them by their words when they speak? Is it a crime to trust a Nigerian politician? Is it a sin to do so? These are questions lingering up in my mind. Just have a look at this politician. Just have a look. He's a former APC party chieftain. Today, he is casting his former party, APC, because it's like the place is no longer fertile for him, or is no longer getting favors from there. For example, in this coming video, you will see the Arise TV journalist, Mr. Rufai Oseni. He asked this former APC member who is now the PDP gubernatorial candidate in Lagos State, they asked him some questions. Just listening to Mr. Rufai's question and this politician's definition of his former party, APC. Just watch, open your eyes.
What's wrong with our party?
Okay, good to see you again, John. I think we've not really spoken post the election.
Yes, no, I was there.
Okay, post the election. Mm-hmm. Good.
At the beginning of this trial.
At the beginning of the trial, okay. I would like to just ask you this. Mm-hmm. Number one, you've talked extensively as regards, the petition and all of that. Secondly, I'd like to ask you, in all of this last 1 year, what are the lessons you've learned? Because I'm sure it's been a ride for you. Mm-hmm. You never thought it was going to go this way. You've had a lot of ups and downs and all of that. What has been the lessons for you?
Okay, Rufai, let me say to you that I wasn't caught by surprise with anything that has played out. As a matter of fact, all the things that I tendered before the courts now challenging the election of these people are things that I've kept since last year. Because
you knew this was going to happen?
Of course, I knew it was going to happen. I was coming from EPC. I know our second name there is impunity. We can believe we can get away with murder and do things as if there is no law. So the moment they had their primary last year, I got all the documents I needed.
So we're talking about lessons. Yeah, you've talked about this at nauseam. The lessons that you've learned in the past 1 year.
If you're coming into trade of this nature, except you're not ready, a lot would happen. So you have to prepare for everything that's going to come your way. I will say some things I will just laugh. But
like what?
Like somebody coming today to say, I'm still in PDP, I didn't go anywhere, yet campaign openly for another party, you just smile. That's politicians for you. But some of us decided to come here to see how we can change this terrain. We can't continue this way. You understand? Of course, I've seen people who sat with me.
But a lot of people keep asking Jandor that, why do you think you can change the terrain for a system you enjoyed the perks of for so many years? Like you said a certain political parties known for impunity. You also reigned and enjoyed the impunity for so many years. So where did that epiphany come?
I don't know where you get that from, because one, while I was there, I've never contested, I've never been appointed.
Yeah, but
I was
like
there.
They say in Yoruba, Olabe now.
No. If you say Olabe, let me tell you what it is. I was the consultant in that corridor, so I was providing a service which they are paying for.
Which service were you paying?
I was providing media consulting service to them. I was the PR person there.
Yeah, but that means you benefited from the money.
I did not. They benefited from my service.
Okay.
Of course, they benefited from my service. And if my service is not good, if my service is not good, they won't be here.
If you say there was impunity there,
now listen,
and you were providing services to impunity.
I was providing services to the government, not the political party. But because I was there, and because I won't say because, my business is enjoying patronage from there, then I will shut my eyes at some things and I won't do what I'm doing today. That is what differentiates people like us from you.
Why are you taking the stand now? Like, you could have taken the stand earlier.
No. If you'd done that earlier, it would amount to death penalty for you. Okay. Because there's a Yoruba saying that you don't ask for your father's death. If your hand never touched, you could have.
There are so many mind-boggling examples of some of these controversial statements made by some of these politicians yesterday, but only to be changed today, just to suit their, maybe, do I call it an inordinate narrative, or to suit their political or their future political agenda? Probably. Please do me a favor. Just watch. Listen to what the present Nigerian Labour Party APC presidential candidate said when he was in his former party, APGA.
I said it at that time, and I still repeat it. Unless Peter Obi, my brother, returns to APGA, he will not achieve anything politically. He knows, because he took a vow that he will never leave APGA. That any day he leaves APGA, let his family die. Everybody in his family die. He said it now. Then he still left APGA. Why did he make such a vow? He left Abuja and joined PDP. He was vice president to Atiku. Now he's going for presidency. It will be a catastrophic exercise. It will not work. I'm the one telling you now.
And the reason is because of the vow.
Do you know what vow means? Shebi, you are married. Are you married?
I'll leave my relationship status out of the media.
No, you should. You're asking me my own. You don't want to
asking you
answer
your
my
relationship
own.
status.
Ask me, I'm married. I say my wedding ring. Are you married?
It doesn't really matter in
It
this
matters
case,
now
does it?
because if you are married, you must have taken a vow, and you must maintain the vow you took.
In the year 2000, my chairman said 2002, I said I will stay on, I will not leave. Get that. I'm not that I will not leave. He will die with Africa.
There are so many examples of that kinds, of political statements that are capable of making your ears tingle when you hear them. They are littered within these social media spaces. They are everywhere. So I don't know why they should be in a hurry to forget that internet never forgets. Internet will always guard it for you. Internet will keep it there for you. Internet not forget anything. Make you notice, say you go put something for your laptop, for your phone and whatever, you deleted it. You thought that internet has deleted its own. Internet will have a copy of whatever you are doing with any of your IP enabled sets. Let me put it that way. So they should be careful because all those their yesterday utterances and statements can bring their political legs outside tomorrow if care is not taken. They must have to be careful, and I'm sorry for those who are already gotten by them, hook, line, and sinker. Let's move to another story. In my life, I have heard about so many things. I have seen so many and read a lot of stories about people who rob others for a living. I've also heard about people who have committed and stolen people's things. But the last time I checked, I have not seen or heard about anyone who went to steal blocks. I mean the blocks that can be used to build houses or structures. Just 6 in number. So I began to wonder, what will this guy that stole 6 blocks, what will he be doing with only 6 blocks? I think that is a question. I need the answer in my comment section, if you don't mind. So, but all things being equal, it all happened in Abia State. So there is this young man identified as Onoabugichi Ikwechege. He was arrested for stealing from a block making factory in Obingwa local government area of Abia State, Nigeria. Just 6 blocks. For what? So this suspected man was caught in the act at about 1 a.m. on Saturday, August 12, 2023, by the Abia State, community policing and vigilante group, Osaoku Command in Obingwa, local government area. So this suspected man is from Amumara, Kindred, Mbuko or Hanze village, Osaoku Autonomous Community Obingwa. That's where he came from. Just look at what brought him out of the social media for everybody to be watching, to be seeing, to be listening to. 6 blocks. Although he has been transferred to the Ohoro Oshimiri Police Division for more investigations. But I have a personal question with this guy. He still owes me the answer. I want to know what he is doing with only 6 blocks. Was he planning to start building something tomorrow or to complete the one he has once started? I don't know. I don't know. And he felt that his best bet to maybe to construct a house is to go steal those blocks. Maybe instrumentally. Who knows? Who knows what his plan is? You know. So what was he thinking? Now he has now made himself the architect of his own misfortune because of 6 blocks. Please do go to my comment section. Let us know what you think about this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click like on my Facebook page. Ring the notification bell and do not forget to share this video. It will help the next viewing experience. It will help the algorithm. Bye. This is what I have for you today. Please, let's meet in my next video. Bye-bye.